All right, what is going on, beautiful person of the internet? Welcome to the channel. My name is Matt Davis, and we are being joined by my cat this morning, Pickles. I am fighting over the chair with him, but that is not the point of this video. I've been kind of dancing around the topic here this morning, kind of unsure of how I want to frame things up, but we're just going to dive right on in because I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with Mark the Messenger's channel. He is a Christian YouTuber, and every day that goes by, I'm discovering more and more creators on YouTube that create biblical Christian content. And, I take all of it with a grain of salt and honestly use it for my own content ideation, and more than willing to give those people a shout out whenever it's necessary, right? We are sipping on my mushroom chai tea this morning. And here I am. I'm dancing around the subject again, people. Oh my gosh. I can talk about that later. You guys, I think some of us need to be reminded that the devil has only one goal, and he's actually only capable of a few different things. And that is to kill, steal, and destroy your life, point blank. But one thing that became apparent to me recently, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of falling for the tricks. I was. Because even me, who sort of considers myself, right-leaning, voted Republican, I fell for a trick recently, and I'll kind of get into that. But I don't know why I feel called for this message specifically, but I do, and I'm going to share it with you. And I'm going to add just more context for my own life as well. But the devil really does want it to be black people versus white people. And it's not even really about black and white. It's about using race as a division tool, in humanity. And it's one of these things where, if you can zoom out and put on your biblical lens, that's already been obvious to a lot of people. But I guess what I want to say is that it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And I guess for me, as a white person who grew up around, many black people and had several black friends, it's just been interesting to witness the transformation of our society, over the last 30 years, I guess. I'm 30 years old. And so the devil is going to use any tactic he can to kill, steal, and destroy us. And using race is one of those tactics. But just backing up a little bit, like I said, I grew up in a pretty good town, a good community, middle class, kind of developed into an upper middle class area. And I seriously had many black friends growing up. And it wasn't until about, 2016, between 2016 and 2020. And then especially the George Floyd incident really seemed to amplify things. But it almost felt like racism was brought back to the country in a very real spiritual way. So what I'm trying to say is that I grew up around many different types of people. And all I can say, man, is that I feel like racism was brought back to the country in a very real way through, the voices of people, political figures, whoever it may have been. And it's been sad to watch it play out, right? But we need to do better to love everyone, of course, but don't let the differences of others be a division between you and them. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it takes for someone to, adopt the heart of God, right? To be able to see each human being as someone worthy of love, care, shelter, respect, and all of that. Because it's really interesting if you think about it. How some human beings really believe that because of certain differences that they're better than somebody. I think that's very interesting. And so this is a video, a call to stay vigilant, right? Constantly check your heart. This is something that even when you do it once, you have to constantly be checking your heart. And so with all of that being said, I wanted to, have a moment of confession, if you want to call it that, but it was how I fell into this trick recently. And I'll just say it, with everything going on between the political parties, right? Seemingly. This thought weaseled itself into my mind recently. It was like a quiet little whisper, and I see it now as not true, just so you know. It's a lie. It's a lie from the devil that I was temporarily actually falling for. But I started thinking, with everything going on with Charlie Kirk and all this stuff, right? I was like, it kind of feels like the Liberal Party or the left party the Blue Party are kind of evil, right? Like they're evil. Like they're celebrating this person's death. A lot of them are happy. Like, that's definitely not good, right? And so again, this kind of just sat on my mind for a couple of days. It kind of just been on the back burner of my mind. And I'm glad that this is coming to light now, just because, thank you, Mark, the messenger, because he was the one that pointed out, it's like, that's what the devil wants. You know what I mean? It's like these man-made structures, or I mean, a political party isn't a structure, organizations, whatever you want to call it, groups of people. You know, he wants certain ones of us to band together, think we're better than the other, you know, take out that other side. Because again, his only goal is to kill, steal, and destroy. And so if he can get us to all hate each other, you know what I mean? It's like he's working his mission through individuals. And I think sometimes people think that the devil is like some dark, shadowy figure that's like, it's like, okay, that's an evil person. You can tell, right? All of us are capable of evil. Even myself, as a Christian who proclaims that Jesus Christ is alive and at the right hand of God, I'm still a human being. I'm still on earth. I'm still succumbing to my human fleshly thoughts and desires at times, you know, at least until I put myself in check, or if it happens immediately by the Holy Spirit. It's a constant thing. It's a constant thing. And, yeah, that's actually pretty much it. I just felt called to talk about this a little bit, and there will probably be more videos. I just realized, dang, I should have had that off the whole time, shouldn't I? My light was kind of bright on there, wasn't it? Got my new, there's actually a light here. You can probably tell there's like a little glow of orange. Have a new light stick. I was actually trying to find the remote for that. Couldn't find the remote. Anyways, that's all I've got, man. I'll see you on the next one. This sweet baby. Yeah. He's a sweet boy. This cat, dude. Oh my gosh. You see him? I have competition over my own chair in my own house with a cat, which is probably easier to manage than like a person, to be fair, but maybe not, because he's sneaky. He's sneaky, but the worst part is that he's cute too. I mean, when he comes up here and he gets in this chair, he just it's like, why would you disturb him? He looks so peaceful. See, he's looking at me like, dude, are you gonna get up in a minute, or just go ahead and finish your video up and I'll take the warm seat? Look at the baby.